Hey y'all, what's up? So I'm back. I had to fold up these clothes, and I hate folding up clothes, but I have to do what I have to do. So I figured I'd do it with y'all. Y'all, I decided, well, me and my husband decided that we're not getting each other anything for Christmas this year. We're going to just focus on the grandkids. I already told my kids, I said, y'all not getting nothing from us. It's all about the grandkids because they're grown. You know what I'm saying? They got jobs, boyfriend, girlfriends, and stuff like that. So, like, I'm not buying y'all no gifts. So, whatever gifts they would have got is now going to the kids. I told them, I said, once you start having children, you don't get gifts no more. That's what my mother used to tell me when I was young. Once I started having kids, the gift giving stopped. My mother was like, nope, it's the kids' turn now. Y'all not kids no more. Once you start making babies, you're an adult. And the grandkids are the ones that get the gifts. So they said, well, we wasn't expecting anything anyway. So why not? Why not, excuse me? Because we usually get them stuff. So why not? Last year, my husband bought my daughter a pair of Uggs. It's these Uggs that she wanted. They're so ugly. Well, to me, they're ugly. And they got this big heel to them. It looked like something Frankenstein would wear or somebody else from them horror movies. But they was like almost, it was like $200 just for the boots. And I was like, there's no way I would have bought those. It's like $200, yeah. About two and change. I would have never. Not me. But he knew she really wanted them. And a couple of times before we left out of the store, before he actually bought them, he kept saying, I'm not getting those, I'm not getting those. Man, you see how much they cost for one pair, da-da-da-da-da. And I was just listening to him because I know him. I let him rant and rave, and he was like looking around, and he was like, what about these boots? What about these? They still Uggs. I said, nah, she don't want those. I said, you know, our kids, if it's something they want, anything else, they're not gonna want it. So I told him, I said, listen, she's not a baby. If you don't want to spend that much money on a pair of shoes, then don't spend that much money on a pair of shoes. I said, she's a grown woman. I said, but I'm just telling you, don't get her anything else because I know her. And if it's not what she wants, she's not going to like it. And then you're going to be upset because you're going to feel like you spent your money for nothing. So don't get it. So he was like, yeah, I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it. We was in that store, and I kid you not, we was in that store for about 45 minutes because he did not want to leave out. So finally, I was like, babe, what are we doing? Like, because there's nothing else to look at. We done seen all the Uggs they have. I already told you, don't spend your money on something that she don't want because then, you know, you're going to be upset. She's not going to wear them. Well, she'll wear them for him, but she's not really going to want to wear them. And then you're going to feel messed up because you bought her something that she really didn't like. So I said, put them back. We can find something else to get her. So he said, yeah, you're right. We walk out of the store. Well, we was in the mall. We walk out of the store in the mall. And I think we got maybe about 2 stores down. And then he was like, he stopped. And I was like, what? I thought he might have seen something. He's like, I'm going back and get him. I was like, you going back to get him? He was like, yeah, because I don't feel right. I don't feel right. Because I know she really wants those. So if I don't get him, I'm going to feel bad. I said, what are you feeling bad for? She has a job. She can get it herself. He said, no, but it's Christmas and I want to get her something and I know these are what she really wants. I said, listen, if you want to spend your money to get those boots for her, then you go right ahead. I'm not saying nothing. That's your money. I said, but if it was me, she wouldn't be getting them. So, and he went back and he got them. And then he saw some that he liked for me, and then he bought me a pair. Not the same, because them Herman Monster joints that she got, I ain't like those. But he bought me a pair. Then he went and I think he went and bought my son a computer. And then he got the grandkids. And then he sent my oldest son, he's married and he lives in Jersey. He sent my oldest son, he sent him $1,000. So I'm like, all right, so everybody got for Christmas. My oldest daughter, she lives in Atlanta. She has 2 kids. I think he bought her a printer for her business. Something like that. A printer or something for her business. Yeah, so. But we said we're not doing that this year. We're not giving gifts. We're just going to take care of the grandkids this year. He asked me, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why we're not getting each other anything. Because one thing about him, he doesn't care if he doesn't get anything for Christmas. Doesn't matter to him. He likes to see the smile on my face and our kids' faces and our grandkids' faces. That's what makes his Christmas for him. He doesn't care about getting gifts, but there's never been a Christmas that went past that I haven't gotten him something. But at the end of the day, he really doesn't care. But he asked me, what did I want this Christmas? Right? So first, I was like, I wanted a designer bag, like a Chanel bag. It's a Chanel bag that I seen that I wanted. Then it's a couple of other Louis Vuitton bags that I was looking at. And then it was some Louis sneakers that I was looking at. But, and I told him, I gave him a list of the different things I wanted and told him he can pick one thing out of the list, you know, of Louis, Chanel, that I wanted. So I sent him the email, the website for Louis, the website for Chanel and stuff like that. But then I was talking to my mother and I was talking to my sister, and my sister was saying to me, she was like, oh, I already know you about to get some kind of designer bag, because honestly, y'all, every time my birthday come around, anniversary, Mother's Day, I get a designer bag or I get some jewelry. So, you know, when she said that, she was like, boy, your husband be spending some money on you for them bags, because them bags are expensive. And yes, they are expensive. That's why I don't have him buying me designer bags just throughout the year, just to, you know how some men just come home and just buy their wives or their girlfriend gifts throughout the year. If I get a designer bag or if I get jewelry, it's always on an occasion like Christmas, our anniversary, my birthday, Mother's Day. It's never just throughout the year. Like throughout the year, I'll get something like perfume and stuff like that. But on those major days, that's when I get the designer stuff and whatever. But I was honestly thinking about it, and after going over the list of the things that I wanted, and I gave him the list, and so he said, so which one you want? I said, I'm going to let you decide. I'm just telling you what it is on the list that I want, what I've been looking at, and you decide from the list which one you're going to get. So he was like, okay, good. He said, so now whatever I pick is good with you, right? So you're not gonna. I said, yeah, because whatever's on the list is what I've been looking at. Is what I want. I'm not asking for everything on the list, but pick one thing from that list, one bag from that list, and that's that. So he said, okay. So, like, I think it was like 3 days later, I was just sitting around watching TV, and I was looking at houses, houses in Atlanta and stuff like that. And then I was looking at people designing their houses, and women designing their houses and remodeling their houses. And I just started thinking, and I was like, you know what? I'm sitting here giving him a list of designer bags and all this and that, and that's not really important. I mean, yes, I love designer bags. I have a few of them. And I don't, and that's the thing. This is the reason why I came to this decision. I have Gucci, I have Louis, I have Fendi, I have Jimmy Choo, and I have, what other bag I have? I forgot the name. Anyway, I have those bags. But what I don't have is a house. So when I started looking at people on, I was on YouTube and I was looking at people designing their houses and house tours. And then, I was looking at houses in Atlanta, like real estate agencies taking you through the houses in Atlanta, the beautiful houses. And I'm looking at this stuff, and all I can think about is, I don't want a bag. I want a house. That's what I want. So I told my husband, well, first I took the list, because he had the list in his wallet. I took the list out of his wallet and I ripped it up. And he was like, because I asked him when I came in the room, he was laying in bed watching, his favorite show was The First 48. So he was watching that, came in, I was like, babe, where's your wallet? And he was like, it's over there. And I went in and he was like, what's the matter? I said, no, I'm just looking for something. So I went in there, I found the list, and I ripped it up. He said, what you ripping up? I said, that's the list that I gave you from the bags that I wanted. So he said, why you ripped it up? I said, because I just decided I don't want a bag. He said, you don't want a bag? And I said, no, I don't want a bag. He was like, why not? What made you decide you don't want a bag all of a sudden? I said, because I realized that that's not important. What I want is my house. He said, you serious? He said, well, babe, you're going to get the house. He said, but you could still get your bag. I said, no, I know I can still get the bag. But when I started thinking about what's important and what's not, I have designer bags that I don't even, y'all, I kid you not. I have these designer bags, I don't wear them. I think my Louis bag, I've got two Gucci bags. My Louis bag, when I first got it, I wore it one time. I put it back in the bag, in the box that it came in. Never put it on again, never wore it again. This Gucci bag that I have here, big Gucci bag, he bought it for me for my birthday because he threw me a birthday party at my sister's house. And I've never, and this was like maybe about 3-4 years ago, and I have never worn the bag. And he bought me a pair of sneakers to go with it. I've never worn it. I got another Gucci bag that I wore a few times. I did wear that a few times, but I have not worn that bag out in over like 2 years. My Jimmy Choo or whatever his name is, that bag I've never worn at all. And I got that, my husband bought me that with some Jimmy Choo perfume. He bought me that for Valentine's Day. My Fendi bag, he bought me for Mother's Day last year. He bought me a Fendi bag with a pair of Fendi sandals. I wore the bag and the sandals one time, put it away in the box, never wore it again. I got name brand perfume all across my dresser that I have never worn. And I've had it for years now, never worn. So when I started thinking about all of that stuff, and I was telling him, I just said, you know, to me, what's important is me getting my house. That's what's important to me. I don't care about the bags. And honestly, until I start using my bags that you have bought me, then honestly, I shouldn't even be buying any more bags, because I have to use the ones I have first. You know, I said it wouldn't be fair to you for you to spend what, $4,000 or $5,000 on a bag, and I don't even use the bags that you bought me already. That cost the same amount. And it's not fair to him. And yeah, it's what's important. And what's important is me getting my house. Now, the only thing stopping us from getting a house is the fact that, y'all, we're really trying to find a house close enough to his job where he can commute, but not in New York, because New York prices on houses are ridiculous, and you don't even get that much house. Like the rooms in these houses out here are so small. They cookie cutter type of houses, but they want like $1 million for these houses, $2 million, up to $10 million for these houses, but you're not getting any space. You can't even get a full-size bedroom set in these rooms. You might be able to get like a full-size bed, but you're not getting any end tables on the end. You're not getting a dresser with a mirror, and then the closets, they're not big closets. They're like really tiny closets. You can barely get anything in them. So we're not trying to, you know, and then to be honest, Brooklyn is overpopulated. It's crazy overpopulated. They tearing down all of these different stores, and they putting up apartment buildings, and like really big apartment buildings, and it's like, it's ridiculous. And you don't have any room for nothing in here. You know, I want a big house. I want a 5-bedroom house, because my mother there, I want a room for my mother, because my mother will be staying with us a lot. You know, she lives with my sister. She has her own apartment, but when she comes, I want her to have her own room so she can feel comfortable. She don't have to bunk with anybody, you know, and she'll have her own bathroom and stuff like that. That's what I want, you know. And you know, we had a house before in East New York. We had a house. The bedrooms, we had a 3-bedroom house. The bedrooms was upstairs. The kitchen, dining room, and living room was downstairs. We had a backyard. It wasn't a huge backyard, but it was nice enough. It was a nice enough size for us to do what we need to do. And we had a 2-car garage with a yard that could fit 6 cars. So it was good. But then my husband decided he wanted to move to Atlanta. So we sold the house, moved to Atlanta, was in Atlanta for 2 years, and then came back here because I could not stand being away from my mother. So, I don't know, y'all. All I know is I want my house. To me, that's what's important. Not a designer bag, not designer shoes, not designer sneakers. I just want my house. But it's been so hard. I mean, we had a real estate agent looking in Jersey for us. We had one looking in Long Island for us. And we had one in Connecticut. And so far, they haven't found anything that we would be comfortable with as far as the distance. One real estate agent even found a house in Pennsylvania, but it was like 3 hours away. And it was like, how the hell can my husband commute from where we at to 3 hours away. How would he get to work every day? Going to work and coming back home. Like, and the thing about these real estate agents, they crazy because we told them what we want. We told them if you can't find a 5-bedroom, we want a 4-bedroom with an office, because we can turn the office into a bedroom. So, but we definitely need 5 bedrooms. But if we can't get 5, we'll settle for 4 with a office, and we turn the office into a bedroom and make it a 5-bedroom. But they keep sending us, like yesterday, my husband was at work. He calls me and said, real estate agent in Jersey just sent him like 4 houses to look at, and he want to know what we think of the houses, if we want to go and see them, to let him know. So I said to my husband, I said, what do they look like? He said, well, they're 3 bedrooms. I said, why is he showing us 3 bedrooms? He said, yeah. He said, but I figured you would still want to look at them. I said, no, for what? I said, we need 5. We'll settle for 4, but we definitely need 5. I said, so what are we going to do with 3? I said, there's no way in the world we would be able to, because my kids will be moving with us. My grown kids, they will be moving with us. I'm not ready for them to be out on their own yet. And they're grown, but they got my daughter, she has my grandkids, and I'm just going to be honest with y'all. I'm not ready to part with my grandkids yet. I'm very, very close with my grandbabies. They've been living with us. My granddaughter is 12. She's been living with us. Her, my daughter, and my grandson. My daughter's been living with me since she was born. And it's hard for people nowadays to be on their own, because the cost of living here is so extremely high. And she gets paid good money, but it's still high. So, and I told my husband, he ready for them to leave. He ready for them to go. He like, they need to be on their own. I'm not ready. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. I'm really not ready. I'm not. Nope. When my oldest son moved out, I cried for days. I mean, I cried for days, and he had a son and a wife. And when he moved out, I cried. I begged him not to leave. My husband was looking at me like something was wrong with me. Like, you done lost your mind. I'm very, very close to my kids and my grandkids. And if I could have them all living at home, I would love that. I would love it. My husband wouldn't, but I would. He ready for all of them to leave. But I don't know. I don't know if is that just me, or is that most mothers, they don't be ready for their kids to move out. But anyway, like I said, what I want for Christmas is my house. I know I won't be able to get it for Christmas because we still trying to find the area. Like they say, location, 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 right? And my sister keeps saying to me, she was like, why don't you just find something right here in Brooklyn? I don't want to live in Brooklyn. I do not want to live in Brooklyn. It's overly populated here. I've been here all my life, born and raised, my mother born and raised, her parents born and raised. I'm not trying to stay here. I lived in Atlanta for 2 years, and I loved it because of the houses. And once you see that, and you know you can have that, you just got to move from where you are. It's no looking back, you know? But anyway, that's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to come and talk to y'all a little while I fold these clothes, and just talk to y'all about Christmas and gifts and you know, let me know down below. What do y'all, what's on your Christmas list? What do y'all want for Christmas? Or do it matter at all? Or you just, it's just another day? Because some people feel like, it's just another day. It's no big deal. I love Christmas. Me and my husband love Christmas. We love giving gifts for Christmas. For 2 years straight, we dressed up like Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus, and we gave gifts out to all the kids in my family, drove all over the place to give out gifts for Christmas. And I love doing stuff like that. But anyway, this year, I'm just focusing on my grandkids and us getting a house. That's what's important to me. That's what in my heart of hearts, that's what I truly, truly want, is my house. Nothing else at this point, aside from my grandkids getting gifts from us, nothing else at this point matters but me getting my house. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, give me a thumbs up. Y'all, let me know what's on your Christmas list for this year, and what do you feel is important to you? Do you feel like you need to have a gift for Christmas, or are y'all just focusing on the grandkids or your kids? Or would you just rather, you know, sit up under the tree and open gifts? Because let's all be real. That's always a nice day when you can sit up under the tree and unwrap a nice gift. But let me know what's important to y'all. Like, and what do you think about me saying I don't want any gifts this year, and we're just going to take care of the kids and we're going to focus on getting our house? All right. So I'm going to go and finish up these clothes. So until I see y'all again, until I speak to y'all again, be blessed, stay blessed, y'all. Peace.